Hello, big world. I today feel like I want to go back to my plant-based whole food. So I think that partially saying it on my blog and putting it out there to the world, I think it provides a space for me to be accountable, and that's what I want to do. I'm gonna keep the door open for me to have meat if that's what my body tells me that it wants. But yeah, I'm gonna do it. I've noticed that I just haven't been feeling that great, like physically, and I think that I can do it. I think that I can keep my pounds on and go back to the plant-based whole food. I think I can do it. So I'm giving it a shot. And I think I've talked about perfectionism before in this video blog, but I'm thinking of that today. That I think that perfectionism deals a lot with knowing what the future is going to be like. That if I say I'm going to go back to my plant-based whole food diet, then that means that I'm never going to eat meat again, or I'm never going to do this again, that it's going to be like this and it has to be absolutely perfect. And if it's not perfect, then that means I'm not doing what I said I was going to do. I've always been very big on doing what I say I'm going to do to my own detriment. You know, overwhelmingly, it's great to be a reliable person. It's great to have the capacity to do what I say I'm going to do. Because a lot of times, we say we're going to do something and then we don't follow through. What I notice, though, is whenever I say I'm going to do something for somebody else, I always do it 100% of the time. That's where I think it might be to my own detriment. But with myself, not so much. Most things that I decide I'm going to do, I'm pretty good with. But I think that I don't know. I don't know if it's that I value other people above myself or what it is, but it seems to me that I am able to follow through on promises that I make to other people more so than the promises that I make to myself. So here's the promise that I'm making today to myself, and we'll see how this goes. But the promise that I'm making to myself today is to go back to my plant-based whole food diet, monitor my weight. I don't have a scale, so I'll figure out how to do that. Maybe I'll weigh myself at my parents' house. But monitor my weight, keep my pounds up, and if I'm dropping, I'll add more meat back in. Just kind of how I've been doing. But several weeks back when I was like right at the end of my radiation, I just had a couple weeks where my weight dropped too dramatically a couple weeks in a row, and so then it was kind of like, well, just eat whatever you can stomach. Ugh, all those things. All those things that seemed like, just seemed like things that I shouldn't eat, that I tried eating and just tasted awful to me, and now I don't want those things anymore. So who knows? This round of transitioning back to the plant-based whole food might be completely different than the last time. I remember being really hungry when I first transitioned back, but I haven't gotten that far away from it. So I think that's another part of perfectionism or anti-perfectionism, that acceptance is just being able to go, it's going to be what it's going to be. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but whatever it is, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to cope with it. I remember before I had my surgery, when I switched to the plant-based whole food, just how good I felt, how healthy I felt, more healthy than I had felt, I don't know, ever in my life. And so, even though I know that the radiation has definitely, zapped my energy and just my feel good inside of me, I think that getting back to my plant-based whole food is going to help me to feel better. I really do, and just committing to getting those nutrients in, getting those carbs in, getting those calories in, getting that fat in through plant-based food. I'm up for it. I'm gonna do it.